Heading out to the lavender field to pick some flowers. They are basically all in full bloom. This year's herbs are killing it. All the sun. Chamomile is looking gorgeous. The cooking herbs are super happy. Look at the sign is actually buried in there because the bush has gotten so big. Look at all this thyme. Got some oregano, some parsley in there. Sage is, more parsley. Sage is over here. This is one of my favorites. It smells so good, it's so pretty. We have a box full of peppermint, lemon balm, rosemary. Back here is spearmint. These are all great for tea. And also beautiful for soap. The new field is super happy. Look at how great these plants are doing. When we planted them in the ground, they were just little teeny tiny plugs. And now some of them even have flowers. This half of the field is all white lavender, which is my personal favorite. It's the most fragrant. And these bushes are, I mean, they're doing really, really well. They're huge for just putting them in the ground a month and a half ago. So lavender likes to be dry and in full sun. So they like to have really, really dry feet. And they love the sun and minimal water. So that's why these guys are doing so good. They're just thriving here because it's full sun, and we amended the soil with sand, pea gravel, and potting soil. So we combined the three together and dug down, amended the soil, and these guys are doing really well. But here's the white lavender. The flower is beautiful and the fragrance is to die for. They're really strong in fragrance. These are the first 3 rows we started with. When we decided we were going to grow lavender, we started with these 3 rows. And surprisingly, all of those plants made it. And some of them, it takes 3 years for a lavender plant to reach full maturity. I already started picking lavender off of that one. So you can see how nice and full these bushes get here. And then back here, this is our little perennial garden. We have some Shasta daisies, some cone flowers, some yarrow, some black-eyed Susans, some beautiful roses. We have pink, yellow, and white roses. We have lily astic. We've got a couple herbs in pots. You don't want to put your mints and your herbs in the ground because they are actually considered invasive. They will take over. So we've got this pretty little perennial garden back here behind all the lavender. When we cut a bush down, I like to leave a couple flowers in there for the bees to help pollinate. So those little flowers were so small, so I left them on for the bees. But this little bundle right here came from that one bush. Look at that perfect little beautiful bouquet. Isn't it something? And it smells incredible. I love lavender. The catalpa tree is in full bloom and it highlights the lavender field. It's such a beautiful time of the year. definitely have to get over your fear of bees. And you work out in a lavender field because they love it. It's almost intoxicating to them. And actually, they don't really bother you too much unless you grab it. So whenever I go to cut lavender off of a bush, I kind of give it a little shake first, just to make sure that there's no little guys hiding out in there. It happens. So I've decided I'm gonna leave these plants and these here with their flowers on. I'm not gonna cut these down. The bees are super happy over here, and we need the bees. They help with all the things, and they love lavender. So I'm gonna leave these for them to kind of enjoy for the rest of the summer. Meanwhile, we're making some headway in the middle of the field and coming into the white. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with the white here soon. So here's a couple different bouquets that we have here. You see the white is kind of short, which is fine. It's beautiful still. It just doesn't produce a real tall, long bouquet like this one does. But I'm gonna shuck the white and use those for soap. This is actually my first time growing white lavender. We planted them at the end of the season last year, and you can see they're all doing very well, but the flowers don't get very tall. So I just cut this bush down and got this little bouquet right here from that. So I'm gonna dry those and shuck the white buds for a beautiful lavender and mint soap. It's hot and it's almost noon. It's about 90 degrees and I still have a lot of lavender to pick. So I'm gonna take a break, drink some water, go inside and cool down, and come back out and finish this in a little bit. In the meantime, we're starting to fill up our basket. Each bouquet is from one plant. So we probably have around 20 bouquets in there. I might even go hang those up in the air-conditioned garage. So here we are in the shop. It is really messy right now. We had our second anniversary / birthday celebration where we invited a whole bunch of guests out to come and shop, and they all but cleared me out. So it's amazing stuff. So this table's empty. This table's all but empty. And then you can see that I am in the process of replenishing. We had to get a little creative with how we were hanging our plants this year. Last year, this whole section was our drying area, and now it's expanded into our shop. So I have hung these pretty little birch branches on this side and that side that I plan to hang lavender from. We put some nails here, and these are the plants that I've already harvested, hanging up to dry. These have been here for a few days now, and down here. So I'm just gonna continue to make more of these little contraptions. Plus it'll look so pretty with white birch branches hanging from the ceiling and lavender hanging from it.